In this video, you're going to learn how to create this flat character illustration using Adobe Illustrator in just a few steps. Fire up Illustrator and create a new file. I'm going to use one that's 1920 by 1080, points or pixels, doesn't really matter. And we can start drawing our illustration. We're going to start with the face. And for now, I just have these basic settings on. Maybe I'm going to turn the fill, click once on it and turn it to none. The character is going to be placed in the middle of the canvas. I'm taking the Curvature Tool because I'm going to draw a head. Let's create one that's kind of like an angle and place these points. This is going to be the base of our character and how it's going to look like. And then we can start with the hair. I'm going to take the pen tool and zoom in a bit and then try to create a shape like this. This would be the hair part, and of course it can go in a different shape than what we had over here. Of course we're going to probably have some part of it on this side as well, so just create a shape like this. So this would be the part on the side of the hair. Maybe have a hair stray. So let's see how this would look like if we're going to create one. This would be one hair stray and maybe have one on the other side as well. And now we can work at where the other facial features are going to be. I'm going to place the ear right over here where these two intersect. I'm going to take the curvature tool again because it is a bit easier than just having to use the pen tool. And this would be the ear. And it's a good place to actually place it over here. And then we would have the eyes. I'm taking the ellipse tool and trying to figure out where I can place the eyes. The first one is going to be probably around here, and then the second one probably around there. Now we can create some eyelashes. So for example, I'm going to take the pen tool and let's create a shape, maybe even one that goes over the hair stray here. Let's see how that's going to look like. Right now I'm just trying to figure out what the shapes are going to be like and how those are going to look like, because afterwards we can make adjustments as we go. This eyelash, maybe should it be over everything? Let's see how that's going to look like. Right now she looks a bit mean, so using the pen tool we can take this line and create some eyebrows that hopefully is going to soften her looks. I can have it over it and I'll see how it's going to look. But for now it should be good. Then we can do the nose. For the nose, I'm thinking maybe follow this line. So from this side, maybe have it like this and a bit raised, pointing up. And then we can do a smile over here. And let's create one line. And then I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to have a path or a shape that's going to be the bottom lip. And this one is going to be filled. And then I'm going to have one that's just the upper lips, and I'm trying to do all of these with the pen tool. Move this up a bit. Maybe for the hair, I'm going to have a big ellipse as well. Maybe a huge ellipse over here. And this will be part of her hairstyle. Now we can do the neck. The neck can start from the middle of the ear and it can go down like this. And for the body, I'm thinking maybe having like a simple shape. Let's see, something like this that's at a bit of an angle, and close it down. And of course we're going to take the direct selection tool and select this point and hold down shift to select this second one and just round them off, and you're going to have this look. I do want to have kind of like an element over here that's going to be the clothing, so I'm going to create a shape, and then I'm going to actually use the shape builder tool to get rid of that. So I'm selecting the body, holding down shift, select this one, and now with shift M and holding down option you can get rid of that excess, and maybe have even a small detail over here that's going to be the same color as this. One last detail before we move forward is probably inside the ear. Let's create an outline that's going to kind of show what the ear is is like inside. So I'm going to create this, and all of these will be adjusted a lot. I'm guessing once we start putting in colors, it's going to be easier to understand what we're working with. So for example, even this part of the hair, right now it looks kind of weird being so close to this intersection. So I'm going to take the direct selection tool and just move it on the right hand side a bit. Now it's time to put some color to this illustration. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to use a purple and green color scheme. If you want to use a different one, that's fine. Just go on Dribble and look for inspiration and try to sample things. But I'm going to first add the color of the skin, which is going to be purple. So I'm switching these up and now we have a black color over here. Double click, go and look for purple and try to have something saturated and light. I'm going to right click and arrange and send to the back just to have everything back. This should be the same color. I'm using the eyedropper tool, which is I on the keyboard, just to sample that. And this can be a different color. Let's just swap it up. And for now, it should be good to be black. Maybe I'm thinking about the hair to be white. So let's add a background and then we'll go from there. Create a background, right click, arrange, send to the back. And now we can barely see anything. So maybe just make it gray, just so we can see what we're working with. And this will be easier now to try out different colors. What I was saying about the green, I'm thinking about like an electric green, something like this. I like it, but I think we're going to use it on some other elements. So I'll just put it here in a rectangle, and then let's have this be white. I'm going to do the same for the hair. So I'm going to select these two elements and sample the white. And now we can have a better look at our illustration. All of these elements, this one needs to be white as well. This one, we said that it's a hairspray, so it's going to be white, but we need to switch it up, and now it's just the stroke. I'm thinking about making it bigger, something like 7 points should be good. And now we can take this one and sample this one as well. And when it comes to the actual character, we said that we're going to have the eyelashes be black, right? So maybe we can just switch it up, and let's see for the eyes how it's going to look like. I think we can work more on the eyes to make them a bit bigger, so I'm going to do just that. And maybe with the direct selection tool, I'm going to click on this anchor and bring it up a bit. We need to get rid of the top part, so I'm selecting both of these elements. Go to the shape builder tool, shift M, hold down Option or Alt on a PC and get rid of that section. I'm going to do the same for this one, maybe bring it over here. Okay, all of these need to be 7 points because that's what we did for the white one. And this one and this one, 7 points as well. It's easier to sample, but I just like to complicate my life, so that color should be good. This also needs to be 7, so I'm going to sample with the eyedropper tool. I'm going to sample it there, and we need some kind of a definition over here at the jaw. So we can do that either by having a line like this, or we can also add some kind of a shadow. So we can go right over here and try to create a shadow as well by this shape. Zoom in, and with the direct selection tool, I'm just going to move things a bit more inward so we don't have any weird spaces like this one where you have the color that's below it. So I'm going to move things around until I'm happy with the look of the illustration. Now let's move this a bit down just because I think it looks better. And I think we're getting the first looks at our character. Maybe bring this one, let's see, should it be above everything? I think this is kind of like a cool look to have the character have this hairspray. Maybe we can adjust the actual hair a bit. So bring this one up and then bring this hairspray up. The hairspray, I'm thinking it should be actually below the ear. So I'm selecting both of these, right click, arrange, bring to the front. And now we can play around a bit with these eyebrows. I'm going to take the width tool, which is Shift W, and I'm going to click and drag to make these shapes. And make sure to click in the middle of it, just because that always helpful. And we have this weird shape, if you can see, like this small artifact, that's the white shape that's below it. So what we can do is actually select it and find the point and lower it, just make it down a bit, and it's going to look way better. With this body, I think we can actually extend it a bit so she has a bigger neck. I think this gives her like more of an interesting look, and maybe move around the ear like so and have it higher up. Now let's add some of this green that we were talking about, and I'm thinking maybe adding it as shapes on her face. So the first one would be trying to get an ellipse and create a shape like this. If you want to customize it, you can do so by rotating a bit, and with the direct selection tool, maybe bringing in a particular point. You can have it closer to this side or this side. It's up to you if you want to create kind of like an interesting looking shape. We're going to need to have one on the other side as well. I'm holding down Option or Alt to make a copy. Right click, transform, reflect, and make sure to have vertical in, and it's going to make a copy, and I'm going to place it over here, but we do need to get rid of this access, so I'm holding down Shift, and as always Shift M, Option or Alt, click once, and you can get rid of that element. I'm thinking about adding more details over here, so the way I'm going to do it is maybe with the pencil tool. So with the pencil tool, I'm just going to create elements like these, and I'm going to sample that green color. N is actually the shortcut for the pencil tool. So I'm going to create a couple of these blobs, and then I'm going to sample them because I don't know how to actually get the color. Now I don't remember where I drew them. It's gonna be like playing hide and seek with these shapes. I'm just trying to see if I can go over it. Let's see. I think there was one more, but it is what it is. So I'm going to switch up to the pen tool and try to create a shape. I don't know why it's always, if you have any idea how you can actually get it to sample the color that you're trying to draw with, let me know. I have no idea how to do it. So N to get back to it, and just create these ones, which I'm thinking are just like freckles, but because we're doing a flat illustration, it doesn't matter what the color of these freckles is. Let's create one last one over here, sample it, and we should be good to go. Now let's add something in the background to make this a bit more interesting. I'm thinking to start by creating some shapes that are a lighter gray than what we have over here. So let's go back, go to the pen tool, and start drawing some shapes. So I'm going to do shapes like these, and then we can make it a bit lighter or darker. Let's do lighter for now because it does look more interesting, and try not to have them be super straight, just because we're just trying to fill in space. Kind of have it look like reflections. So this would be another one over here, and let's do one over here. Like I'm just trying to add some kind of texture on these illustrations. And now we can select all of them by holding down Shift, and also have the background selected. Right click, arrange, send to the back. Now maybe we can make this black, full black, and have these a bit darker, just so we have some definition over here. Double click. Let's see how this looks like. I like this look. And now we can add some elements. Maybe it's like confetti in the air. So I'm going to create a number of rectangles and a number of circles in this illustration. Maybe start from this side. We can have one here, one over here, and let's make them a different color. Maybe have them white. But in this case, it's all up to you where you want to place these elements. I'm just trying to fill up space and try to figure out what would look okay in this composition. You can also have them overlap over multiple elements like this. And now let's create some circles. I'm using the Curvature tool just because it's a bit easier than using the pen tool to create shapes that are rounded, actually look pretty decent, instead of trying to figure out how you can create something like that on your own. So I'm going to usually place 4 points, one at the top, 2 in the middle, and 1 on the side. I think maybe have one over here, like a large one, and maybe one closer to the head, maybe like a small one over here. We can now add some green to these elements just because it's kind of looking a bit too white for this composition. So I'm sampling the color, having it green. And then I'm going to try to make some cutoffs with these elements. For example, what is going to be inside is going to be green. What is going to be outside is going to be white. And we're going to do the reverse for the circles. So first thing, we're going to need to select all of them individually. I'm holding down Shift and selecting all of these elements in the background. I think this is a bit easier than just trying to make some kind of a selection that doesn't involve the character. So for now, I think all of them are over here selected. Go to Window, Pathfinder, and then hit Divide. And now you're going to be left off with these elements. Double click to get inside it. And now I'm going to select these ones that are outside and sample the white. This one needs to be green. This one needs to be white. This one needs to be green. And then this one needs to be white. Let's see how this looks. Once we select this and the background by holding down Shift, click, arrange, send to the back. And now the last thing that we want to do is just frame this illustration, and I'm going to do that by creating a rectangle. Let's create this first one that matches the top line of the artboard. I'm going to sample this color and maybe have this above just so we have an interesting 3D effect. And I'm going to do the same for the ones on the sides just to see how this is going to look like. You can then do some final adjustments. For example, I'm going to actually combine these two shapes, hit Shift M and click and drag to combine them. And then I'm going to round off these 2 points just so it looks a bit more interesting. Maybe for the face, thinking about having some elements over here, kind of like creating a frown. This, maybe bring it like this, and we need to send it behind the face but not behind the background. Hopefully you enjoyed this type of exercise. If you want to download this, you can download it for free in the description below. And also I'm about to launch a course on how to design vector characters, and if you want to be the first that knows about it and get a big discount, then the link is in the description below to join the waitlist. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!